My GR86 currently sounds like a Toyota Prius, but today we're going to be changing that. This is what it sounds like at the moment. Not good, but that's what these parts are for. Starting off with the beautiful Eventuri intake that is literally a work of art. That's going to add a load of nice intake sound to the car when you're driving along. It's going to add a little bit more power and it's going to complete the look of the engine bay. I would love a new engine, but I can't afford a new engine, and this is probably the closest I can get because this is going to look so nice once it's in. And then here is the main noisemaker, which is a Milltek non-resonated exhaust with a set of Cerakote black tips. One thing I hate about this car at the moment is the look of the factory tips. They just look very cheap, whereas these are going to look a lot nicer, more premium, and then when we get the other mods on the car later down the line, they're going to look even better. If you watched the last video, you'll know I'm no mechanic because we just fit the wheels and the suspension and it was a nightmare. This drop link, rusted. It was spinning, also very rusted. Had to get this red hot whilst impacting. Oh, still a little bit. Socket don't fit in the wheels. So hopefully when I'm fitting these parts myself again today, it's a little bit easier. Please be easier. Doing a few calculations, and I think the exhaust is going to be a little bit harder to do, so I'm going to get the exhaust out of the way first. Let's get the car on the ramp and get started. So the factory system has this big back box and a very large center resonator, and the new exhaust system is going to come from here back, so we've got to get all of this dropped down so it's on with a few hangers, 2 bolts. It should actually be a lot easier than what I was expecting. Oh, this is easy. I said this last time, didn't I? And then it actually started to get a little bit hard. I've undone 2 bolts and this is already much easier than the suspension. So now I've just got to get some clamps off and jobs are good, I think. It's off. Well, that literally took about 5 minutes to get off. Lovely, that was easy. I think we should start it up with no exhaust on and see what it sounds like. So I'm gonna do that now. Oh, it's loud. Oh, I like that. That's a good sign. That means that the exhaust, not being that resonated, is gonna sound good. So I've just popped off all of the rubber brackets, which I've got to get transferred onto the new system, build up the new system, and then we can start putting it back on. I'm glad I gave it a few revs without the exhaust on, because now I've got a bit of a representation of how loud this can be with all of the stock cats and OPFs inside. So I'm hoping with this being a non-resonated system and just having that back box, it should just add a bit of tone to what we just heard. And it should sound really nice, so I'm excited for that. Let's get it together and get it stuck on the car, because so far, this is going lovely compared to the springs. Cool, so my plan is, I've built this part of the exhaust system up now. I'm gonna get it up in the air on the car, and then I'll muck around with getting the tips put on, because that way I can align it all to make sure it all fits perfectly. So the exhaust is all hung now. I've got these new bolts provided by Milltek, and we've literally just got to get that bolted together up here, and then it's just putting the tips on. So I was looking at this and I was thinking, yeah, that can't be right. There's no way that's gonna go on. There's a big gap between the gasket. That can't be right, surely. Looked in the box, it comes with a new flat gasket, so we're gonna get that installed now. Don't need that. That's what we needed. That makes so much more sense. Just want to let you guys know, like, I'm not actually a mechanic, hence these few minor issues that we're having. They're minor issues, like, mechanics are easy, like, mechanic jobs are easy. This is gonna fit so nice now. That makes so much more sense. So now, gonna drop the car down a little bit, pop the tips on, and Bob's your uncle. What I'm gonna do is just aim the tips down like that. So when I'm driving along, it'll just shoot flames. Or I'll aim them up like that and just shoot flames that way. This is so easy. This is like building an IKEA shelf, except for you don't get any instructions, but I'm your instructions. How much do you reckon we hang them out by? Come get a side view. I want them to be hanging out more. Actually, there's no point me going too mad with this because I am gonna be fitting a very aggressive piece to the back of this car. So I'm probably just gonna get them like OEM plus for now, and then we can just adjust how much they come in and out later. Oh, these look well nice, don't they? I love the black tips. They look sick, and they're fat as well. Oh. That one's wonky. Right, exhaust is fitted. It's time to give it a rev and see how it sounds. Time for a cold start. Gonna let it warm up, then give you some revs. So the Milltek system has all been fitted on the GR86. It's time to fit the intake and then the whole sound package will come together. But there is another little mod that I have to do. This car pumps so much virtual sound in when you're driving. It literally sounds like you're driving a car on Gran Turismo. And there is a way to disable that. So after I fit this intake, I will show you guys how to disable that. So I'm gonna be honest, I was looking at this and I was thinking, I ain't got a clue what I'm actually doing, so I should check the instruction manual. And in typical GR86 fashion, this has just become a long job. The front bumper has to come off. We've got a few 12mm bolts along this bumper line here, which I'm gonna get undone now, and then there's 2 pop clips. That will release the top part, and then we'll have to get the car up in the air and undo the brackets down here. But to get to these brackets, we're gonna have to remove the wheel arch. And then after that, we'll have a load of bolts or pop clips along the bottom to then release the bumper, pop it off, fit the intake, easy. So, a few bolts and 46 clips later, the bumper is ready to come off. It should be on some clips at the side here. Hopefully when I pop that out, I've unplugged the indicators as well, the bumper should just remove. So as I learned just then, before you remove the bumper, you need to remove the headlight washer jets, which are just on some clips like so, because otherwise they will fling into another planet. Be right back, there's more clips. So thanks to the power of editing, the bumper didn't actually hit the floor. It's on the trestle and everything's fine. Please remember that I'm not a mechanic and I do not fit people's parts at AUTOID unless officially instructed to. Please actually remember that as well. Please remember that. Please. Now that's out of the way, let's get this intake fitted. It's gonna be nice and simple because we've got easy access to this. This is what actually sucks the air in. Come and have a look at this. You see that? Air goes into the bumper that didn't fall on the floor, through that, straight up into the engine. So we're actually gonna be changing these out for the new Eventuri version, which has more direct front on scoop. So it will power more air straight into the engine. Easy. airbox is out. Now we've got to remove this air dam, which is just a few more pop clips. I absolutely love pop clips. I've probably took about 60 of these out now. Once that's out the way, we can actually start installing the Eventuri intake. So down here, there's a 12mm bolt for like the hood latch. I need to take that off because that's what's actually going to secure the new air duct to the front of the car. Time to get the new air duct in. That just slots in the front like this, and then we need to get that all bolted up. So earlier, I had to take out a little 12mm for the hood latch to actually mount this in. So if you look through, see there's like now a hole in the air duct. That's what this little piece here is for. So now I'm gonna plug this grommet back in, so then it's all a sealed unit. So now we've got the MAF sensor on the stock intake, which we need to transfer onto the new Eventuri comb filter. So I'm gonna take that off and get that bolted up just here. Now it's time to pop this bit on there and then the Eventuri comb filter in. And then the main part of the intake is actually built. And then I want to aim it in. Now that's all in, I can start plugging everything back in and getting it all tightened up. So it's time to get the air ducts built up. So we've got 2 little bolt holes there. They bolt together and then we're going to get them mounted up to the car. So I'm just going to pop them bolts in now. And there's 2 pop clips, one here and one here. This is all bolted together. We'll take them out and then they just pop onto this and they sit at the bottom and feed air from the main duct on the front bumper up from here through the filter into the engine. And that is the air intake fully installed. Now I've just got to put the whole car back together. Car's all back together, bumper's back on, and the beautiful Eventuri is all installed now. And that was another smooth install in the bag. I'm actually getting good at this now. Just went so smoothly. So this was by far the hardest Eventuri intake that I've ever had to install. On BMWs, you can normally get them done in around an hour. It's probably because I'm not used to doing any work at all on Japanese cars, but I'd need to say, look at it. This is a pure work of art and it should sound really nice. Obviously, this isn't a turbo car, so you're not gonna get low like turbo whooshing sounds, but you're gonna get a lot more intake sound coming from the front. The engine's about to be a whole lot noisier. So it should sound really nice. I actually quite like that you can see the red ducts at the bottom as well. Like, it's something that you would only notice if you know. So if you see a GR86 and there's a few red bits behind the grille, you know they've got an Eventuri. But before we take this car for a drive, there is another issue with this car that I want to sort out. And there's been a load of guys on the forums and that have messaged me and said that if I'm going to be fitting an exhaust and an intake to this car, this is something you have to disable. And that's the fake engine noise. It literally sounds like a Gran Turismo car when you're driving this car around. I'll let Connor overlay a clip now from an old video. And yeah, that's gonna have to go now we've fitted these parts. So I'm gonna pull the car off the ramp and I'll show you guys how to actually stop the fake engine noise on the GR86. This panel on the side of the passenger glove box has to come out. So we'll grab a trim tool. You just wanna pop it underneath there and it's on with a few clips and it just pops off. And this is gonna be quite hard to see on camera. So inside that panel, there's that little white box, and at the bottom of it, there's that plug, and that's all you've got to remove. So just remove the plug. It's a little bit tight to get to, but you can pull this panel back a little bit to give you a little bit of room. And then now, I will no longer have fake engine noise being pumped into the cabin. Gonna give you a couple revs inside here so you can hear the intake, although it's probably not gonna do it too much justice here, just revving. So after that, we're gonna take it out on the road and get some flybys for you as well. I've got a massive smile on my face because them two mods have completely transformed the driving experience. The intake is so loud. Like so loud, and everything that I'm hearing at the moment when driving is actually being produced by the car, which is really nice. The exhaust isn't droney, it's a nice amount. Personally, I think you could probably go a little bit louder, but if you are going to be using the car on a day-to-day basis, you don't want to go any louder than what this is. The intake really reminds me of my S2000 that I used to have, that I had an intake on as well, and you're just getting so much noise coming from the front end. You'll probably hear it in the flybys. I'd probably say that there is more noise coming from the front of the car than the back when you're actually flying past. But yeah, honestly, both of these mods together, I am so happy. And if you are in the market to purchase anything for your GR86, head over to the AUTOID website and we've got a load of parts available there. If you want them fitted, we can get them fitted, but they won't be fitted by me. They'll be fitted by the AUTOID fitter, don't worry about that. And use code YouTube5 and you'll get a discount. This is about to get so much better shortly, so make sure you subscribe so you can see that. Catch you guys next Sunday.